So I want to talk about something here. I thought a lot about it when I was at the gym right now. That's my place of meditation. I like where I'm going. I like my mentality right now, and I like that I have the amount of time I have under my belt. But I want to talk about something that I've been dealing with, and that is very clear to me now. I heard a message yesterday that I needed to hear, and so I want to share it. It's up to me to decide on who I want to let in my house. Like, I wouldn't let anyone in my house that would affect my house in a negative way. So why would I let anybody in my head to do that? And I have the ability to do that. I've done it my whole life. I have the ability to let people in my head and they walk around with muddy shoes. That was the term he used. It's up to me to not do that. It's up to me to protect that. So when I go on Facebook, or I go on TikTok, or I go on Instagram, and I let these things in, and then it messes with my serenity, and it messes with my mental health, why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? See, I know why I was. Because I'm lonely. Because I thought I found something, but I didn't. And lonely is a perspective. If I was really lonely, I'd be alone, and I wouldn't have a higher power, and I wouldn't go into the rooms. I'm far from lonely. But see, it's not the what he said was that when you tell a certain story, you're not sharing the story of what your higher power is doing for you. Your higher power is telling you, man, I got you this far. I keep doing things. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I was stressing over my check engine light that popped on. All I could think about is what the bill would cost. So I prayed about it. And I asked, whatever happens, let's make sure that it's okay and I'll be able to handle it. And so I didn't obsess over it. It was worry, but I used faith to combat it. And then I got out of a meeting, and it wasn't on anymore. And then I did the right thing by going to the parts place and buying the right fluids that would clean that fuel injector thing out, because that's what it was. And now my car's driving amazing, and the fuel economy is a little bit better. But more importantly, when I lifted up my hood, I noticed that the last person who changed my air filter left all of the screws undone, and I could just lift it up. And that right there in itself will create a check engine light. It could be as simple as that. I had to screw them all back in. I'm not knocking anybody. I had to screw them all back in, and I did. And I thought to myself, that's the problem. But I'm going to put these fluids in there. My higher power will deliver like it always has. I'm looking for the validation of others. I'm seeking for something that is already there for me. All of these things that are happening for me, from my bills, to getting clean, to staying clean, not getting clean, to staying clean, to my home group, to my church, to everything, has all been delivered to me like I asked for it. And then the one thing that I don't like, it becomes the one thing that consumes my mind, and I start telling the wrong story. And it's all about the story that you tell, where you give the grace to. All of it is given because of Narcotics Anonymous and my higher power, and how they have been connected to keep me there. And make no mistake that I worked through the stuff as long as I needed to. And then my body was shutting down. It said, buddy, your mind and your body are two different things, and you need both. And if you're just going to keep grinding and beating yourself up by pushing so hard, eventually you're going to be weak and weary and tired, and you're not going to be able to function or think clearly. What is the difference between that and getting loaded? Nothing, with the exception of there's not shame and guilt attached to it. It's, so what I decide moving forward to let run through my head is very important. I have to acknowledge it. I can do that a couple ways. I got to use my 5 senses, right? Can I see it? Can I touch it? Can I hear it? Can I taste it? Can I feel, like all of those. And then I've got to ask myself the who, what, when, where, and whys. If this is running through my head, and it's just running rampant, I got to ask who, what, when, where, and why. Instead of just going through it. Because I don't want to live unmanaged. I don't want to live in unmanageability clean. That's important that I don't do that. It's important that I take ownership. It's important that I let things go when I need to let them go. But more importantly, that I do let them go. This isn't about anybody else. This is about me, my recovery, and what can I do for the people that need me, the people that count on me to support them. That's what it is. Everything else is secondary. And some of that stuff doesn't even matter. It doesn't. And then taking, what I said I would do is go into this meeting where I felt I was ran out of, and I would, apologize to the meeting, say I shouldn't have done this and that, and that I made a mistake. And then I reached out to my sponsor and said, what do you think? And I said, I'll call you later today. And he said, yeah, please do that. We'll talk about it. So if my sponsor tells me, buddy, I don't think that's a good idea, you don't need to be doing that, not yet, then I won't do it. My first thinking always gets me in trouble. I mean, that's how I got in trouble in this in the first place. And so, taking the suggestions of my sponsor is a good idea. So I'm ready. I'm ready for a big day today. I got training tomorrow, which means I got to be up at 4 a.m. I don't want to be up at 4 a.m. I'm already anxious about it right now, and it's not even tomorrow. I'm anxious about it. It's not even like I'm anxious that I have to wake up that early and am I going to? I know I will. I know I will get up that early. I'm not where I used to be before, where I got up too late for something. That part of me is dead, like the guy that was getting loaded all the time. I do show up on time now. I do show up for people now. But yeah, I am a little anxious about I don't want to do it. It sucks. I'd rather just it's out of my routine. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Figure it out. I mean, I'm gonna go do it. It'll be fun. It's gonna be awesome. It's just a long drive, but other than that, things are going well, and I like where I'm at right now. I like how I'm doing this to myself, and coming up with stuff, and I feel a lot better today than I did in the last couple of weeks. Acknowledging that I haven't accepted something and letting, been willing to let it go is the key. And noticing that, man, you haven't really done that. You say you do it, but you're not doing it. Because if you had done it, you'd be done with it. It would just be an afterthought. You'd smile when you thought of it, opposed to talking to who knows whatever you're talking to. Damn well you shouldn't be talking to no fucking fake ass psychics that pretend that they're gonna help you with something that you don't need at all, period. So yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Been through a lot. Take it easy, give yourself a break, keep pushing forward, make that money, be there for your kids, stay clean, be a beacon of hope for people that are new, opposed to somebody that people watch and say, oh, well, as long as I don't do that, I'm okay. Well, that's it. I think That's all I need to say. If you've never seen me before and you're coming across this video, just keep, like, if you're not sure where to go walk into a meeting. You can Google it, find one nearby. Just listen to what they have to say. You don't have to share anything. You might fuck around and better yourself. You might fuck around and figure out how to fix yourself. It's working for me. And I'm all fucked up. But I'm not as fucked up as I used to be. So that's the best suggestion I can give anybody who's coming off of, you know, a binge or whatever. I've been there. I know what that's like. And trying to fucking like make it all work out in your head every day, knowing that you're gonna get loaded over the weekend or tomorrow. I've been there too. I never was able to successfully use, and I don't know many people that can tell me that they, in fact, I don't know anybody who can tell me that if they went through what I went through, there's a lot of people that can successfully do that. So good luck. You got this.